Jamestown Planning Commission, July 21st, 2010, order. Cindy, could you call the roll, please?
Nancy Bennett. Here. Dan Lilly.
Here.
Susan Little. Here. Richard Lynn. Bentham Pendlebury.
Here.
Michael Smith.
Here.
Michael Swisback.
Here. Since we have a public hearing tonight, we are going to move our approval of minutes and reports until after the public hearing has been concluded. I will ask, though, is there anyone in the audience who is here to address the commission on a non-agenda item? Okay, so then we'll move on to what is a comprehensive permit application, a 3-lot subdivision, including a public hearing and preliminary approval for 13 Swindler Street, Plat 8, Lot 451. Lisa, could you please provide us with a preliminary review of where we've been and where we are at this point in the process and what's taken place since the last time the applicant was here before us?
The last time the applicant was here before you, it was for a pre-application, and you gave them some guidance in going forward, and we advertised in the local paper on July 1st for the public hearing that's being held tonight. About a notification was sent out, and the applicant has submitted all of their green cards, and they've indicated that all of the about a notice was received. They have all their cards back. The town council reviewed this application on Monday night, as well as the Board of Water and Sewer Commissioners. The Board of Water and Sewer Commissioners approved the 2 new hookups for the property. It needed to go to them because the sewer regulations and water regulations state that if it does not meet zoning, then it needs approval by the board, so they have received that. The town council also voted to allocate $200,000 from the Affordable Housing Trust Fund for this for a subsidy for this application. The Affordable Housing Committee met on the previous Monday, and they also endorsed use of the Affordable Housing Trust Fund money for the project. It will be going back to the Affordable Housing Committee on August 2nd, most likely, because the Board of Water and Sewer Commissioners and the Town Council wanted to further subsidize from the Affordable Housing Trust Fund the sewer and water hookups for the 2 new houses. So that will be for $16,700. So that will go back to the Affordable Housing Committee for a recommendation and then back to the Council for a vote. It is here tonight for a public hearing. The public hearing is required because it's a comprehensive permit, as well as the fact that it needs zoning relief. The Planning Commission is the sole authority and approving agency for a comprehensive permit. So you will be granting not only the subdivision approval, but you will be granting the variances that are required and necessary as well. So that is part of the motion that's in front of you. I have provided a draft motion. I apologize for not getting it to you until tonight. It was a bit lengthier than I had anticipated. There's a lot of findings that are required for a comprehensive permit. I have reviewed it just before the meeting with the solicitor. And so we can go through it when the hearing is closed or when the time is ready this evening. Thank you.
Before we start the public hearing for the benefit of the applicant and those in the audience, I just wanted to lay out what I see as a process so everybody understands and can anticipate what's going to come next. First, I will let the applicant review the project for those of the audience who weren't with us the last time, butters and anybody else. And then the applicant can introduce any technical or repeat technical information that we may have heard the last time, but maybe permit to hear again. Then we'll have questions from the commission. Then we'll open for questions and comments to the public. Then we'll take it back here to the commission again for any final questions, things you want to talk about. And the public hearing then will stay open right up until the point in time where we think we have formed our final opinions and are ready to take a vote. At that time, the public may or may not have a chance to address us again. We don't want to shut off the public comment until the very end. Last possible minute, it will close the public hearing and take our vote. Okay. Okay, so at this time, I'd like to open the public hearing, again, for the comprehensive permit application, 3-lot subdivision for 13 Swinburne Street, plat 8 lot 451. Mr. Murphy, thank you.
Good evening, citizens of Jamestown, members of the commission. My name is, for the record, is John Murphy. I'm an attorney in Jamestown. I have the honor of representing Church Community Housing, the applicant in this process.
No, you don't, but just in case.
The Church Community Housing is a corporation organized under the laws of the state of Rhode Island. It's a non-business corporation. It has a track record of operating housing units in Jamestown, a long history of doing that, and throughout DuPont County. It has some residential property that it has handled under programs such as the one that would result if you approve this project. And I consider it a great thing for Jamestown that Church Community Housing has made the efforts they've made here. I'd like to introduce the team that will be testifying tonight in this public hearing. Church Community Housing people sitting in the front row: Bridget Ryan, Steve Ossegard, Christian Belden. The second row, Chris Vadazak. They're all employed by Church Community Housing. We also have on our team Mike Darbo, who is the surveyor and designer of this subdivision plan. Lisa gave an excellent background, and you all know about this project, but just for the benefit of the audience, this is an application technically known as a minor subdivision. It's to take a piece of land that is currently owned by the Page family, one of whom is here tonight, which would be sold to Church Community Housing, and divide that single parcel of land, which is 14,000 square feet, 14,008 square feet, into 3 separate lots. There is now one house on the existing 14,000 square foot parcel. That house would stay if it can be rehabbed, and the land would be divided into 3 lots. The existing house would get a 5,200 approximate square foot lot. The other 2 lots would be approximately 4,300 square feet. Those lots all have frontage on Swinburne Street, directly facing the south side of the Jamestown Library. And one of the lots, the existing lot, that is the existing house lot, also has frontage on a 10-foot wide private right-of-way that serves several neighboring properties as access. That access is important for those properties because although they have frontage on Narragansett Avenue, it would dramatically change Narragansett Avenue, where those properties have a Tasique deck used as access Narragansett Avenue. The access that they have now is off Swinburne, and that works beautifully for the town of Jamestown. So we respect that access. We want to preserve and protect it. We have an order of presentation tonight. Bridget is going to start off just giving general background on the project. Mike Darbo will follow to discuss the survey details of the plan, and Christian Belden will wrap it up for Church Community Housing.